everyone, I'm back with a little tutorial today. I've been asked by many demonstrators to put out a video showing how to make the mini album that I posted just recently, the Retro Fresh mini album from Stampin' Up! So this video is just going to tell you what items you're going to need in order to make this album. You're going to need some medium weight chipboard. I get the 12 by 12 medium weight chipboard from Amazon has it. The brand is Graphics, and I know Joann.com has it as well. I think some craft stores will carry it, but it's just the medium weight. This is just the craft colored cardstock or chipboard. Next, you're going to need a paper collection. I'm going to use the, I think it's called Tea Time. Let's see here. Afternoon Tea. Afternoon Picnic. I was off. Afternoon Picnic by Stampin' Up! It's really fun. There's lots of great prints in it, so I know I'll have a lot of fun using this paper collection for this album to share with you. So the last, that looks like a newspaper print. Then you are going to need cardstock that matches or kind of coordinates, more like a neutral. I generally use black craft and like an ivory for my colored, or for my cardstock to make the pages. I really like using the Recollections brand from Michaels. I know it's considered contraband if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to talk about other brands, but the reason I like this paper is it's a lot lighter than Stampin' Up's cardstock. This is a 65-pound weight, and Stampin' Up's is 80. And in order to make your pages, it's nice to have them a little bit more flexible, I guess. A little bit lighter weight paper makes the album go together a lot easier. You'll also need you'll need a paper trimmer, and I like Stampin' Up's paper trimmer. It has the scoring blade and the cutting blade on the same track, and this is actually what I'm going to be using. But if you don't have a scoring blade for your paper trimmer, you can also just use a scoring board, and I have the Stampin' Up! Scoring board here, and I like to use the stylus. I like to use the smaller end when making my albums. So there's that. A bone folder is great for getting really good creases. This is a Teflon bone folder that I got from bonefolder.com. It's made for making books, like actual books that you would sit and read, not necessarily albums for photos. It has a kind of a tapered end on this side, and then this end is flat, and it's really great for burnishing your tape and getting a good crease on your folds. This is, I think, the colors I'll be using for making my tags and little pockets and whatnot. It's really, these are three of the colors that match the collection. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all three of them or just one of them. But this is Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, and Soft Suede cardstock. And the reason I'd use that cardstock instead of the Recollections lighter weight is because that is sturdier, and when you're making an element that's going to be open, like a flap or a pocket that's going to have things go in and out of, you're going to want to have a little more strength. And I'm going to use soft suede to ink all my edges. It's my favorite color to ink. Let's see, adhesives, you're going to want to have some score tape. I know Stampin' Up! Carries the red line tape, and that's really great for all sorts of crafts, but this is easier to use, I think, when you're taping a lot of things. You can tear this tape instead of having to use your scissors to cut it. So this is the 1/4 inch width, and then you're also going to need your either an ATG gun, this is what I like to use, or some wet glue to mat your pockets and your photo mats. I get my ATG tape from tapejungle.com, and they have really reasonable prices. I just got an order in today because I only had one left. 12 rolls of ATG tape for $27.96, and it's free shipping, and I ordered it Friday and it was here on Monday, so that is excellent service in my opinion, and you can't go wrong with the price. It ends up being only $2 less than $2.50 per roll, and it's the same. It works the same as the Scotch that you would get normally. So that's what I like to use. And this is my favorite glue for doing paper crafting on albums. It dries really quickly. It's not really runny. It has a narrow point, so you can get pretty precise application. Let's see, glue dots and dimensionals are great for adding embellishments and stuff like that. So those are nice to have on hand. You're going to want some scissors and a ruler to trim your cardstock down. I'll explain that a little bit later. You're going to want a craft knife. I like to use this to help get the backing of the tape off. Let's see, for embellishments, this is a hexagon, the hexagon punch, and it has a matching stamp set that goes with it. This coordinates, there's a lot of the hexagon and geometrical shapes in the pattern paper, so I'm thinking this will be a really fun way to add some embellishments to it. I like using these thin magnets from Basic Gray. You can get them on Amazon, or I believe Joann.com has them. They're kind of hard to track down. I've heard somewhere that they're discontinuing them, which makes me really sad because I really like using these for making mini album elements, like opening little booklets and things. And then I think this stamp set also is another great one that I'm going to use for either labeling, like it has Imagine, Inspire, Memories, and I think the font kind of goes well with the kind of vintagey feel to the paper collection. And with that in mind, here the embellishments I'm thinking of using are some ribbon. I have the vintage lace, or the crochet trim. It's in the ivory, and then I have Very Vanilla and Crumb Cake seam binding, and I also have some plain white seam binding that I may dye or color to match the paper collection a little better. And then I have some of these, the vintage trinkets. These are the tiny little paper clips and button brads. I think those will go well with it. And these are the designer vintage faceted buttons. I think this would go really well. Look how sparkly these are. Very fun. Excuse me. And of course you gotta have some doilies and some pearls and rhinestones. And then these are the designer Very Vintage buttons, and I love these. These are just very pretty. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're they have little scallops around them, and they're kind of lacy looking. Very pretty. And then I have the antique brads from Stampin' Up. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with these, but these are gorgeous also. Just the detail that are on these. They're very pretty. And I also have some mini clothespins, and I have some small paper clips that are kind of like an antiqued look to them. And then I think I have the doily lace sizzlets also. I can't find them right now. I'll have to track them down, but I'll be sure to show you what I'm making with them when we get to that point. So, your homework assignment for today is getting all of your craft supplies together. You're gonna at least want to get your chipboard, the paper collection, the pattern paper you're gonna want to use, the solid cardstock. Just the 8.5 and 11 should be fine. Something that will coordinate. If you want to get some ink to match that, or if you already have some, get all your adhesives, your scissors, all that other stuff that we've gone through already. Get that together, and then come back and we will get started making this album. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.